All right, what's up? What's going on, everybody out in the world today listening to the podcast? Welcome to another episode 6 of Table Talk, working title, with your host, Hypergraphia.
Lady S.
King size.
And today, I actually just came up with an idea for a podcast a few minutes ago. I was running to the store to grab some drinks and snacks and drinks, and I thought it would be a cool idea if we actually did random questions. So we actually, Corey and I looked, and there is actually a random question generator. And at first I thought we were going to do question to question per person, but what we're going to do is we're going to generate random questions from this question computing machine.
Yeah!
And I guess we're all going to weigh in on it. So again, as always, if you guys are listening along at home, feel free to talk in the Bacon Alliance, and we can see or anything that you guys say right now if you want to play along, or if you'd like to ask us a question that you'd like answered, because I mean we are just basically doing questions this time. So
And real quick,
go right ahead.
I'm just going to throw the email out there for anybody that hears us at a later time, date, light years away. Just emails, hlsz3show@yahoo.com. If anything we hear or anything we say that you hear sparks an idea, you got something to say, something to weigh on, a funny story, anything, just drop us a line. That's again the letters HLSZ, the number 3, and the other letters SHOW@yahoo.com. And you guys ready to continue?
HLSC3 show it.
That is a very fumbly name. I did a great job with
Super
that.
fumbly. I like at least sort of rhymes, but yeah. All right, let's just get right into these questions.
All right, I'm gonna click on the first
question
one and read it up.
Number 1 from our random question generator is:
Internet, please hang on. Do you believe in fate?
do you believe in fate? That's actually a really cool starting topic question.
Well, I'll jump right off with it since
it.
I'm the one that clicked it.
Do it.
I'm responsible for this one. I think we're meant to do certain things. Things happen in front of us for certain reasons. The few accidents and stuff that I've seen out on the road, I feel that there may be a reason why it's happened in front of me, because I know I can help. And then maybe that's just me being full of myself, but I feel like the little, what do we call it? The gerbil.
Like
She's
the hamster
in.
in the wheel?
No.
Oh, the gerbil. Oh,
the one we put the fireworks
the
show
hamster.
on. The hamster.
Hamster. Sorry.
My little almost spawn. I don't know how you would reference that. She's in my life because of fate. Because without that, it would have been a pretty rough go, I think. What about you? Or you? Or both you?
I know Lady S and I have talked about this a lot. When it comes to fate, I didn't used to so much believe in it, but these days I'm pretty in that belief that fate is kind of around us. I guess in a way I don't believe in ultimate fate. I think that there are different fates that you could possibly reach through different decisions and different choices in your life and stuff. But
Like a pick your own book?
kind of, yeah,
Okay.
kind of. But
Choose your own adventure.
either way, at the end is still the end. You know what I mean? You're still fated for the book to end, but you just might find different ways to get there. I don't know. I subscribe to fate lately just because a lot of bad things have happened in my life, and that's not me just crying and sad, all that stuff, but a lot of those bad things, given time, ended up seeming to happen for a reason. Better things come along because of those things, and so that's why when I look back on my past, I'm not weighted down by the past, because I really think of it all as kind of like a flow chart that's just kind of moving to the next destination. So even
okay.
right now, the choices that I'm making may not be the best ones, but still they're going to end up creating something that is in a way my fate to find that area.
Yeah, I like that.
What about you, Lady S?
I feel like fate is such a has a I don't know.
Like a whimsical feel
It
to it?
feels like no matter what you do, this will always happen. And I don't necessarily believe that, because I feel like things happen for a reason. Sometimes there are coincidences in life, but more often than not, things do happen for a reason, but I don't see that as fate. The only fate that I see that is real is when we die. We are fated to die sometime in our life.
So that you're just kind of saying that's the ultimate.
That's the only fate that I
That's the only
see.
thing that you're assured.
Right.
So life's an amusement park from birth, and then at the end of the day you're going home.
Basically.
Okay.
But
That's interesting.
I don't like to. I used to like believe in fate, kind of, but then it's just like there's so many things that happen in your life that there's so many roads to take. You know, like what if you were fated to do something at a young age and you never did it because you took this road? So now you're taking this road, and you just never accomplished this one thing because you went and did something else. I just feel like there's too many paths. There's too many unknowns out there to be like, oh, I'm fated to, I don't know, get married at 30. Like, it just doesn't seem realistic. The only realistic is just death, which I know it sounds grim, but
I would like to also kind of add to that I think these days that fate is kind of romanticized.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
For sure.
It definitely is like, oh, these people are fated to be together and stuff. And that's not really, like that may happen from time to time, but like really when it comes to that, I just think again that's a whole like you're choosing your own path and finding.
Well,
something.
I think that we've all had, just for the ease of the conversation, is that we've all had relationships that I'm sure we've all thought was fate.
Yes.
Or it's just in my mind, I've ignored so many obvious red flags
warning
that-
signs. Yeah.
right, because this is fate.
Right. And that's going back to how I kind of said we romanticize the shit.
Yes.
Like a lot of people think fate, and it's just like that kind of like fairy book, like perfect,
True love.
perfect ending. Yeah, exactly.
Not to be confused with the hentai game True Love, but yes.
Anyway,
What were you giggling about?
I think we should
It's
move
just-
on to the next question.
I just like when you said
when
you said-
I've got time.
Yeah, I do.
I got all the
I'm
time
waiting
in the
for my
world.
insult.
well, no, it's just when you said that there's obvious red flags, but you're like, no, it's fate. It's just like I know who you were talking to or about when you said
Do
that.
you?
I think
Because there's actually like 3 women.
Oh, well, the first
and
one.
one man.
Well, I was gonna say
Oh my
people.
god, I'm so glad you didn't spill your drink on. You look like you're about to spit your fucking Coke on the soundboard. Oh, God.
All right, I see. Okay. Are we ready for
Round 2? Yeah, let's,
who's taking it?
I'll start this one, I guess, like
Okay.
since you started last one.
No,
The
don't
question
check off the
is,
computer.
Describe yourself in one sentence.
Ooh.
That's not even a question. That doesn't end. Describe yourself in one sentence?
Do you want a? Do you want to redo?
Describe yourself in one sentence. So I would say, fuzzy, friendly, and warm loving.
That's like 3 words.
Well, I had commas in it.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes it better.
Sorry, I didn't know we couldn't use punctuation marks.
Well, some of us
That's
didn't
for
do
Steve-O.
English.
Mr. fucking Salty Steve-O and his comma police.
Whoa.
I remember.
Whoa.
What?
Oh.
His comma police? What?
Like, why are you throwing him under the bus?
It
What
was
did he
just a
do?
joke because of Jackbox that time.
Right.
He called me Cheese Hat. They call him Salt Steve. He was all over me about commas. Okay, anyway. Lady has to describe herself in a sentence.
Okay. I'm going to do it in a very proper sentence.
Oh well, fuck you too.
Well, he just said 3 words. It was like, done.
Oh, okay.
Well, I want
Okay.
your paragraph now.
Yeah.
I am a introverted person that has restless bitch face syndrome, but it's
Restless, like it never stops.
No, it doesn't.
Resting.
Resting. All right, so
Bitch
Sorry.
face is always up.
so resting bitch face syndrome,
Easy.
but that is actually very pleasant to talk to.
That's like 3 things.
No, that's a sentence. It says describe yourself in one sentence.
But you all give up. That was 3 things.
Okay.
Okay.
But it was more than 3 words.
Okay.
But it was-
How many letters can I
You
use?
can't do fucking commas in a. Okay, anyway. Corey, describe yourself in a fucking sentence.
Grab your sentence.
I'm gonna grab my sentence by the horns and live life to the
A
fullest.
relaxing bitch face.
It's not relaxing.
To describe myself in one sentence, it's relaxed, bitch.
Face. Comma face. God damn it. Let's go to. This wasn't even a question.
All right.
Corey, do your. Was that
Yeah,
your
hurry up, do your sentence. God damn it.
I'm done. I
Fucking,
quit.
who's flipping tables now? Describe myself in one sentence. I am a outgoing introvert who likes to curse a lot.
What is so funny?
It's just hearing somebody say an outgoing introvert.
I'll do
It's
anything.
like I like the outdoors when I'm inside.
Exactly. I'll do anything for anybody. Just don't let me catch you watching me do it.
I really like
And don't you
blue
dare
as I
fucking
stand in
compliment
red.
me. What was that?
I said I really like blue as I stand in red. All right. Next
I'm a
question.
virgin slut.
There you go.
Whoa.
It's oxymoronic. All right. Anyway, so
Next!
ladies,
Yours.
Your question
Okay.
is:
I need to throw it at you.
what is your favorite food?
Oh, Jesus. Who gets the easy ones?
We all do. Easy.
My favorite food is mac and cheese.
It is. That is true. My favorite, or actually, Corey would go next in the circle.
Can I use like a whole category?
Yes.
My favorite food is beef.
That is accurate.
No, if I had to choose a dish, oh man, my favorite food I think would be crap. No, not
Big
that.
old plate of shit. That's me.
Big. Oh.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
No, it's toss up between chicken parmesan because I am just a fool for chicken parmesan or any Italian dish, or just a Flint style coney. Like I can't pick one. I need to shovel a fatness into my face.
Conies are delicious.
Right.
Conies
Getting it
really
from
are.
both sides.
It's just-
Yes, I'm double teaming conies over here.
Here you can fit one more. Just jump on the conies. My favorite food, I think I've said this before, but mine is mazzacholi, which
Ooh.
is just basically lasagna or spaghetti with, I think it's penne noodles.
Give me a Monty Chubby.
Yeah, that's I love that.
That
It's
is-
baked with cheese.
Yeah, it's
Right.
just it's actually.
Sorry.
Right, the whole desk is just like.
Remember that meme I told you the other day though, where it had me laughing, where the guy's like, the guy was like, lasagna is just basically spaghetti cake, and I was like, this is
Did you-
fucking with me, dude. I was like, this
Did you
is
scream at him?
I was like, this is kind of fucking with my life right now. All right, what's our next question?
Stop it. Okay.
Corey's up first on this
I.
one. Yes, Nicki Minaj.
What are some things that you shouldn't say during a marriage
Oh
proposal?
my god.
Will you marry me?
Oh,
Bitch.
during
I
the
don't-
proposal.
what-
I was
A
thinking,
proposal consists of 3 words. Will
Yeah, but
you?
you can.
Will you marry?
4 words.
Will you marry? Will you come and marry?
I'm mad. Well, that's already 5 words.
My name is Beth. Will you marry?
You can say. You can
Tell me
say.
who I am.
You don't just go up to your significant other and just say it. Usually, there's like a sentence or two behind it beforehand to give her that like.
Hey, bitch, marry me.
There you
There you
go.
go. That's a good one. I think this is a weird one because like I can only really think or like I mean I was thinking more of things you couldn't or shouldn't say during like
Sex.
when you're getting married. Like when I guess when you're taking.
I
your
do
vows.
take you
I don't.
around back and plow you in the dumpster.
I don't know if I had AIDS. Hit Corey right in the O's. Right in his
Oh, that was a
Cheerios.
conversation from
Well,
earlier
I'm
today.
Sorry.
Oh, you
okay?
didn't. You didn't know.
We could have said vag.
And I still
disease.
don't know.
Got the clapulus. I got the hippocifra. Hippity hoppity. Sippity stoppity.
So everything Ryan just said, don't say.
Any combination of those words,
Yes.
just avoid.
Alright. So my
Alright.
favorite food is mazzacholi.
Will you marry me?
Something you shouldn't say during a marriage proposal.
I need to stop
my
this chair
answer
from
would
squeaking.
be- I don't know. Like I give up. I'm passing.
Okay,
this one.
one thing you shouldn't say is, I have syphilis. Will you marry me?
And you do too. You're gonna marry me.
That's the first
All
thing.
right, on to the next question.
When you said that, that's the first thing that popped in my head.
syphilis.
Yeah.
Why?
I have syphilis. Will you marry
I've
me?
only, I think, asked 2 people to marry me. And
You're
I'm
gonna say
dumb.
They had syphilis.
No, I should have asked more.
Yeah, I was gonna say that should be a question we're asking often, guys.
All right, who's next? You?
Yep.
Ready, set, go.
Let's skip another food one.
Okay.
I mean, that's...
Get hangry.
Would you prefer to live in an urban area or a rural...
Rural.
I can't say that word. Rural area.
We found a word.
Would you prefer to live in an rural or a rural area?
Urban?
That's hard to say for me. I would say right now I would lean more towards urban, but
That's
like
because you live in a rural area
well,
right
no,
now.
I mean I grew up in a rural area, so like I mean kind of grew up on a farm. Like I've said in previous podcasts, like stepfather had like horses, and it was basically a farm setup anyway and stuff like that. So I like them both, but living, you know, like Ann Arbor in the past couple months has really got me into living in the urban area. I really do like a lot of people. I like crowds. I like different shops and stuff. So
Yeah.
I would go urban for sure.
Yes.
We are total opposites.
Oh, I know.
I can't do the crowd. I'd be rural all the way.
Can I don't want to pause this, but I just definitely want to jump aboard the hate train. I thought
The
you
rural area.
no
The urban area.
You guys like when I was looking for houses.
Yeah.
We were like you were really leaning towards an urban area, like
Yeah.
downtown setting.
Yep.
So is it something that's changed recently, like
No.
being out here?
She's always kind of hated it.
Well,
But
there
let's
was-
move there.
Honestly,
there's no. There's like different pros and cons to each place. Like, I really like the downtown, like little shops. Like
Oh,
I
okay.
really like that, and I kind of wanted to be around that because it was kind of like very warm and homey, and you know, and then it's bustling, but it's never just like super crowded. But then,
I'm still recording.
I hope you're recording.
Yep.
Okay. But rural because there's no fucking traffic, and you know what I mean?
I would say for you in an urban area, traffic is probably top 3 of the things that just you can't stand. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't mind putting up with traffic.
And the other top 2 are people.
Sorry. Wait, I didn't even hear what you said.
I said you said the top 3. One of them would be traffic. I said the other 2 are people.
Well, you know, I don't mind traffic. It is kind of annoying and infuriating, but like,
Yeah.
But what about you, Corey?
Rural or urban?
Ruben.
We're back to food. Well, most of my life I've lived in Flint, and the east side's kind of urban. Kinda. And I like rural a lot. The benefit is that all your shops and stores are close, and can't think of a way to say that good, but
What is the other one? There's like 3 of them, right? There's the urban, the rural, and there's like the
metropolitan.
one. No, they're like it's like
Because
between.
that's extremely urban.
I was just.
It's like a betweener, kind of like where
Suburbs?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
I don't know. Like, I would say, honestly, I grew up in the suburbs. Like,
Yeah.
in Davison and stuff. Like, so. Like, my life kind of went suburbs and then to Flint. So, kind of like, definitely urban for sure. Urban, it up. I mean, so suburbs, rural, urban, rural.
I keep seeing urban with an H. Herbuan. Urban.
Alright.
Urban.
Shit.
But yeah, I would prefer rural just because of people. I don't even like where we live now. It's just too close. Like,
Really? Like
yeah.
we're the farthest away from like anything.
You see that big field behind us? It's 200 acres. I want to live in the middle of that. And be on the roof with the
What's
shotgun.
stopping you?
Look at a tent, buddy.
Not much. All right.
Serena's question
Serena.
That's my turn.
is, what is your favorite thing about summer?
It's over. Sorry.
The sun,
Oh, wait,
honestly, because during
Vampire
the
says what?
winter months to me are very depressing, and I'm one of those people that like if I don't like see the sun a lot, I get really like depressed and like even more introverted. So the best thing, and I know it's hot, but just knowing that the sun is outside and I'm not freezing my ass off is like the best thing.
Oh.
I don't have to go out and do anything. I don't need to go out and swim or anything. Like, that's not really a big
The
thing.
sun shining itself.
What?
Yep.
Yep, I know it's out there.
Corey, what about you?
I mean, honestly, I hate the heat. The humidity here in Michigan is just fuck me running.
Man,
It is.
we're not gonna get any sympathy from anybody listening though.
Why?
Well, because I mean, like even Coy right now is like in Arizona and fucking like.
But that I have been in Arizona, pretty much lived there for a couple summers. California, I like it out there during the
Really?
summer. Yeah,
Do you
because
think
it
we
is a
actually get
hot heat.
Worse humidity.
Yeah,
than
I
that?
can go out. Oh, dude, Arizona has like no humidity.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit. So it's just like a dry heat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's it.
As every person over 80 years old says, it's a dry heat.
Well, that's why I've always pushed for, like, Arizona.
Excuse me, Jiminy.
Exactly. When I was in Arizona, not the last time, but the time before that,
Flagstaff.
you worked. We were actually just outside of Flagstaff. Hey Mario, or Mickey.
Mickey
It started with an M.
It's a
It's crack. You could work in it. You'd sweat your balls off. What's not out here where you just walk outside and you just sweat.
instantly sweat.
Right.
That's true.
But my favorite thing, those are the things I don't like about summer.
Right.
My favorite thing has got to be the longer days. I enjoy the long days
That is, yeah.
because I like to get activities done. Like, I do stuff. I like
Yes,
to
you do.
build stuff and work outdoors. And I just feel during the summer I have more time where when I come home, well, it's dark, so go ahead and go to bed.
Right. I don't know. My favorite thing about the summer, I don't really care about the seasons too much. Like, I like winter, I do like summer. I
Yep,
like having
it's
all
snowing.
the seasons in Michigan.
Yeah.
I think what I like most about summer, though, is it's just more accessible to do things you want to do. Like, if you want to go out and do something, you know, like how you take a hamster to, like, the ice rink and stuff.
It
Or
took me a minute. I'm like,
you
what?
took your hamster to the ice rink. But, I mean, like, even going out and doing stuff becomes easier. And I feel like you
Go
see...
Squiggles!
I feel like you see your family a little more just because they're more accessible too. You know,
Yeah.
so the trips become easier instead of like around Christmas. Sorry. When like, you know, it's like fucking life or death.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
you
highway
guys
trying to- yeah.
actually canceled Christmas last year, and I see you guys. I'm like motoring past you up 23, and you're
Yeah.
turning around. I'm like, it's almost over, guys.
Yeah.
Only 2 more hours
I
to
don't
get
wanna
40
talk- I don't
miles.
wanna talk about that day. Next question.
Okay.
There is some darkness buried in Christmas. This is Corey's. What food do you? Why do we keep getting so many food questions?
All right, I'm gonna skip
Does
one
this
more.
fucking conversation starter know us?
Right.
It's like,
All right, fatties.
Describe your perfect first date.
Well, thanks for reading my question, bud.
Well, I've been
I'm
reading all
kidding.
the questions.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just been trying to read them and keep the order
Yeah.
going.
Describe your perfect first date.
Not a question.
Bobo on the first date, or does she put out?
What's Bobo? Oh,
A little knob slobbing.
Bloge? A Beluge?
What was that bitch's? Wow.
What was that random whore?
Well, this is going swimmingly.
So,
Here's a sneak peek into Corey's life. Remember the waitress? I was trying to think of her name, and I was a little bent because.
She's flaky.
Yeah, okay, we don't need names, I guess.
We'll call her Flaky McFlakerson.
Well, I was just thinking, I just saw a picture of her on the
Call her Blake the
Oh.
Flake.
on the one of the social media sites that I frequent, and but no,
On the MySpace.
on the MyTube. Corey, come here. How do you work this?
Serena Ryan. I just downloaded Musically.
It's my face.
Well,
Be a
anyway.
star.
Musically. Oh my! Some of the ads are that.
Oh my God.
Okay, perfect first date in reality would be somebody that doesn't use goddamn phone the whole date. Like,
Yeah, that's
and that the same. That's actually kind of the reason I brought that up. The flaky one is because as
It's got a little resentment left in that laugh.
not at all. At the time, I think I was 25, and she was probably 22, and she was like the only chick that I ever met that wasn't on her phone the whole time at all. I heard her phone go off, and she refused to answer. Just no, we're on a date. I'm like, fuck. okay, this is awesome. And then, I found out some things about her, and that was that. How about you?
I would say my
Jesus chair.
my perfect first date, I know it wasn't like the first date that we had, because I think honestly the first time we kicked it and went out, like we did movies quite a bit, but I would say a perfect first date would be like when you first started coming down to Ann Arbor. Like I really enjoyed the date that we went on where it was like you were kind of new to Ann Arbor, and I think I was still working at the crepe shop, and like so I think you came up and met me, and we went we went and we did the sushi, and then I took you to the arcade, and we got like our pictures taken in a little photo booth, and then afterwards, didn't I take you up and show you the roof of that? Yeah, so like there's a parking structure in Ann Arbor where like you can climb up. It's you're not really supposed to be up there, but I mean it's very easily accessible, and you can actually get up on top of this parking garage and like look over this little strip of like shops and lit up neon signs, and like it's really cool. So like I would say that's like a perfect first date, is like
That's
doing like a good food, like doing something kind of fun, and then kind of like ending it with something that's like not typical for a first date.
I might have to circle back to that, because that's actually more descriptive than my bullshit.
I mean,
Renus?
Well, I mean, I have to agree with you, but I mean, it wasn't our first date.
no, I know it wasn't. I would say probably like as far as serious ones, maybe around the 5th or the 6th, because we had hit some movies like Saint Maleficent, and
Right.
we had hung, but nothing really serious up until that point. It was kind of like a serious date, not our first, but
Right, but it was reading this question had me thinking about all the dates I've been on, like the first dates or whatever, and most of them are pretty sad. Like they either ended up with like me just deleting the guy's number completely out of my phone, or it was just so bland that I don't even remember it. And that's just first dates. But I remember going to the movies with you, because like first dates you gotta like gauge the person you're with to see like who they are, if they like, you know, if you both like the same thing. But like I will always remember that date that we went on, because it felt like a date, even though it wasn't our first. That's what a date should have been like.
right. Yeah.
So yeah, like
You finally didn't fuck up.
Well, it also makes me want to add, like I know you also had something
Oh, go
to
ahead.
come
Yeah.
back to as well, but like
We're already
when-
pushing 25 minutes.
Damn.
Right?
This
This has been great.
when I thought this would be a good idea, but when I was like much younger, and like people I dated before too, I always for some reason thought a movie was a good first date, and I've since really come to kind of like think against that, because like really you don't have, you know, if you sit and go on a movie, it's a cool thing to do together, but that's more like once you get to know the person type date. It's not a good first date, because you don't
Right.
get to like, you know, converse really. You don't really get to know the person unless you're doing something after. If you're just like picking them up, doing a movie, taking them home, like you kind of miss a lot of opportunities to really get to know that person on that first date.
All right, been fun. Hope you enjoyed my dick in the popcorn. Right, and that's actually exactly what I was gonna say. Is I am so glad that I'm not a movie person like that, because I feel so many people go on the first dates to a movie and then they miss so much because of shh, be quiet. Well, what's your side? Well, I really don't care, but I'm trying to make conversation. We're at a goddamn movie theater,
You know,
you know, and that's
I've also had first dates at bars, and that's terrible.
That's a bad idea,
That's a
too.
terrible place to have a first date. I mean, like, even if you kind of know the person, you know, or going to it blind, like, people at bars are so disrespectful. Like, if you know what I
Right.
mean, like, they will, like, there's no shame. People will just come up and hit on somebody while you're sitting there with them, so it's like, that's a terrible place to have a first
and
date.
that's how the fight started.
Alright, you guys want to do one more question? Wrap up?
We can do that. Real quick, just on the date thing one more time.
Sure.
Like, so I guess now that I've had some time to think, and that kind of goes against the idea of this rapid fire question system, is a perfect first date, I guess, would consist of a decent restaurant where you can show off your people skills, if you will. Like, hey, I'm not an asshole to servers or wait staff in general. Like, you can learn so much about somebody just to see how well they interact with people.
Absolutely.
And like, I've been on dates with people that are just horrible to wait staff. It's like, man, they're people too. Like, they're just trying to get your fat ass your chicken strips and french fries, and you keep wanting all this ranch right now. Ranch, refill, you know? And, like, they don't tip, and it's just, man, what kind of a cheap ass are you?
I know who you're talking about.
You
There might
Sorry.
Be a, there
do
might
I
be-
have
there
do I
might
have
be
any
a-
secrets?
There might be a multitude of people that might relate to. All right, I got a fun idea though.
Okay.
What are we pushing time wise?
I don't know. That bottle I'm gonna
Probably-
rip out of your hands and throw across the room.
30
minutes.
30. All right, let's do one or two more, but let's see if we can all do them in one sentence.
Okay.
All right. So the next question is:
Power round. Let's go.
You're
what are
right.
some things you shouldn't say at work?
Everything that comes out of my mouth.
I quit.
First thing that I thought is I am civil.
Do we have?
All right,
do you
let's
have? That's the interview
Let's do one
process.
more. Let's do one
Do you
more.
have any conditions we should know about? Syphilis.
If you were given 3 wishes, what would you wish for? If you were given 1 wish. If we were cutting you a little short on your wishes.
Not to cut my foreskin that short.
If I had 1 wish, honestly. God, that's tough. That's the tough rapid fire one, man.
Yeah.
I would wish for just everybody to be happy.
That's
That
good.
would be a dope one, honestly.
I wish that
Myself included.
right, I'm included in my own
I am
wish.
also
I'm included in my happiness,
I'm
damn
entitled
it.
to happiness.
It's like the happiness lottery, yes.
I would wish that I would go back to probably the age of 8 and then just redo life.
Like, have the knowledge you have now and
Oh, that would be
and-
great.
No, I mean just like play through life how it has been since to this point, but just go through it again.
Interesting.
Just
That's
Like
just
not
really-
change anything.
just
That's
do a
really
rewind
interesting.
just so you've had a good life.
That's pretty cool.
Must be
Yeah.
fucking nice.
And
No,
Rick,
there's-
You're one.
There's many aspects of life that I wish that never happened, but you know, it's getting all like weird.
Right.
Back to the
I
first
believe
question.
it's syphilis. Alright, great. Rapid fire it out. If you were given 1 wish.
If I was given 1 wish, it would be to have the means to make the people around me happy.
That's a good one, too.
I think about that nearly every night.
Alright, guys. Well, I guess we're going to wrap it up here. We're pushing about 32, so we'll make a quick outro. We just want to say thank you guys again so much for all the love and support that you've given. Thanks, everybody that listened tonight. No matter where you come from or where you're at in the world or what you do for a living, know that you deserve love. And again, thank you so much for giving us love and your time and your listen. I'm going to let Corey do his outro, and we'll say goodbye.
Same thing. Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity for us to come in and bug your ear holes. We really have a great time doing this. Absolutely it's for you, but again, we just have an absolute blast doing this after we're done throwing things and coming up with topics and just screaming at each other. It's great. If you want to drop us a line, anything that we've said or done, feel free to do so. It's inspired you to tell us your funny stories. Tell us what your 3 wishes would be. Just whatever you want to say. Drop us a line. HLSZ3show@yahoo.com. That's the letters HLSZ, the number 3, and the other letters that spell show@yahoo.com. Renus?
Yeah, whip those questions out there. Let us know.
Whip out your questions. Let's see what you're made of.
Alright, guys. So again, thank you all. Have a great night. And if you're watching this on YouTube, let us know in the comment section what was your favorite question that we got asked and what would be your answer to it as well.
On
Make sure that you
YouTube.
throw a thumbs up on there, give us a like, and again, thanks for your time, everybody. If you need to contact us, the information is there. We would love to hear from you. And as always, this is Hypergraphia
Lady S.
King size.
signing off for the night. Adios, guys.